Hi, Kelsey and Julia. How are you guys today?
Hi, Bonnie. Great, thanks.
Good to see you both. Julia, we spoke not too long ago for Riviera, so good to see you again.
Yes, thanks.
Kelsey, let's start with you. Being upgraded from a psychiatrist now to a heart surgeon, it's good to see you in this role. But I
Thank
wanted
you.
to ask you, this is a really, really serious issue. And I was wondering when you got the script, when you were presented with it, what really kind of struck you? And did you have a chance to actually talk with heart surgeons who have to go through this?
Well, I've had some exposure to heart surgeons by virtue of the fact that have a cardiologist I deal with, and I had an event myself about 14 years ago. But
Yeah.
I read the script with the open mind of an actor, thinking, "Well, is this a role I want to play?" And as I dived into the text, I discovered a fascinating character, and not necessarily, I think, the common heart surgeon. He's a research scientist as well,
Yes.
my guy, and a guy who has made a pretty dynamic choice to walk away from life himself, a personal life, and that's a really fascinating thing. I mean, I find him courageous and hugely tragic all at the same time, and so those things compelled me to want to play the character, and the fact that he's sort of missing so much of life while he's devoted himself to saving life, and also being in this capacity of choosing who gets to live or die, the organ donor aspect of this thing. It was a world I know very little about, and I have some knowledge of what it is to be a surgeon only because of the relationships I've had with people who are. But
Right.
it's
Yeah.
it's a remarkable story, and one I find very sad.
I completely agree. And Julia, for you to take on this role, she's up and coming. She wants to do the best. She wants to be moral and ethical, but it's hard. Like, do you ever think, you could put yourself in that kind of a situation and play God, to decide who's going to get this heart or this organ?
No, that's why I think we play these things out on TV or in movies. That's why we became actors, or I became an actor. But in real life, no, I couldn't. I could never pass my science classes. I was never really that good at math, so I would be way. I'm so far away from being a doctor or even med school. But anyway, I do think that one thing that I found really interesting about the script was that she starts off very idealistic, and then we do see her later in life when she's the head of the committee, and she's quickly becomes very she's just out of survival, had to do what Kelsey's character does more, which is distance herself from her patients and
Yes.
turn them into more of a statistic.
Yeah, it makes you think so much when you watch this. And Kelsey, I mean, I know that obviously there were doctors, that the director had spoken to and researched. Was it something that you found that you needed to do to talk to more doctors about what they go through, or was it something that you just went, I want to experience this off the page?
Yeah, I think what we're good at is actually sort of identifying with humans. That's kind of our designation, I guess.
Yeah.
And no, I didn't think I needed to talk to anybody about what you might feel in this situation. It was clear that this character had distanced himself from the human experience in many ways and wanted
Right.
to do his job. And so that was not familiar territory for me, because of course I'm self-indulgent, and nobody has to die by virtue of the work I do. Hopefully we make lives better by the work
Yes.
we do. We
Yes.
don't have to save any of them. But this was it's hard for me to watch this movie, because I get deeply involved as I watch it, and think, what a shame about him that he had to miss so much.
Yeah. Julia, just tell me a little bit about working with Kelsey Grammer, because come on, your characters, they have a personal and a work relationship, but I just loved it between the two of you. Was it easy to get along with? Come on, it's Fraser Crane, for God's sake.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, a legend. I mean, sorry, Kelsey, I'm going to talk about you like you can't hear this, but an absolute legend. And then what was so amazing to me is even from like day one of our rehearsals, so emotionally available and just there. After you're acting for a long time and have so much experience, myself included, it's very easy to be sort of insular. And one of the things that it was just so refreshing, like Kelsey and I looked in each other's eyes, and it's so hard to explain it. So, but I think you welled up just with emotion. It was in that scene on the rooftop when Mike, I don't want to give it away, but it was just one of those things where it was the thing that you want when you're acting is to be able to connect with the other people in the scene. And that happens so rarely. And it's one of those like magical things. And I just really appreciate that, you were available for that. But amazing.
Me too.
And then also it was like going like a master class in acting, sitting at the conference table where we would do the same, like the skeleton of the movie, where we're discussing the patients. That took about 2 days, and we would go around the room and everybody would get their coverage. And we got to Kelsey's coverage and it was just like, bam, it's such a professional and very impressive.
Yeah,
so it was a pleasure to work with him.
Yeah,
the feeling's mutual.
You guys were really amazing together. And Kelsey, I just have to tell you that I really think that Julia needs to be your patient in the Frasier reboot. So
a psychiatric patient. Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I think that would work. And Kelsey, just last, I want to say, I know that you were supposed to come here to Toronto for the boyfriend. That never obviously happened.
Right. Yeah.
But, think about both of you coming back here to Toronto and coming and do, see us live. Okay.
Maybe we'll do a tortured Virginia Woolf or something. Who knows?
I'll be in the front row. Thank you so much for your time, guys. Take care and have a great day.